I'm an entirely self-taught editor, and before I started editing, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was fresh out of high school and had zero clue. I don't remember what made me think to try it or even attempt it, but I started posting slideshows on TikTok. And it took a couple, but I eventually blew up one. Like 300,000 views on a slideshow, and it was crazy at the time. Eventually, after that, I downloaded CapCut. That's the first software I ever started out on because I wanted to make an edit. Like I saw all these cool edits that people were making. I want to do that. So I did that for a while. I mean, the edits were terrible, the videos were horrible, but I did it. Eventually, I moved on to Premiere Pro and After Effects. Big jump. After Effects was like an airplane, trying to learn it. Premiere Pro was simpler, but it was still hard at the time. I first started posting Invincible content because at the time that was big, and that's what pulled in the views. Then eventually, I watched Avatar The Last Airbender, and then I started making slideshows and videos about that. And that completely blew up my TikTok account. I mean, it got me to 10,000 followers. It was crazy. But I still wasn't a good editor at the time. Like, I still did basic. I just didn't know anything. So I kept making edits and practicing, and it was hard because a lot of stuff is gate kept. And being self-taught, I mean, you can't exactly. It's hard. So I kept going and going. Pushing on through. And the views kept coming in, the followers, everything. And it was great. But I got burnt out because I was making the same stuff over and over again. And that's when I wanted to switch to like more creative style of editing, because before I was just posting like normal TikTok style edits, and it was boring. Same thing over and over again. So I did that, and of course, the algorithm changed, my views dropped. It got bad after I got monetized, but that's talk about that in another video. But I did make a lot of friends, editing friends, and that was fun. Met some great people, like Fushi, Founding, Priest, FaxCap, everyone. But eventually, I just got sick of posting on TikTok, and I'm talking like this is 2 years later after starting. But I was looking to look for an editing job because I think it was time I was good enough to start editing. I knew the software's great. I knew Premiere Pro, After Effects, everything. Well, I say everything, but I knew enough to be able to get a job. And I started my search probably in July of 2025. And it took a couple of months, but finally in December, well, a little before December, this guy, I saw him blow up on X or Twitter with a post, and they were going to make a game out of it. So I didn't get the idea at the time, but like a month later in December, I was like, why not ask him if he needs an editor for his game studio? And I did. And then that's how I landed my first job. I started out as an independent contractor, and about 4 months in, I got brought on to the team officially. It took around 2 years, but all the studying and practice I did for editing and growing my TikTok page, it helped me get an actual job, which I thought was awesome because on paper I have no experience. I'm just self-taught. So, if you want to get into this, editing, video editing, you're gonna have to study hard. And I made it fun for myself because I was posting TikToks about it. If you don't want to do that, just study behind the scenes and make videos. You don't have to post them. Study the basics of the software, study everything about it. There are various, like, it's not just video editing. You could do VFX, motion graphics. There's so many things in this category that you could pick from. It's great. And if you're going to do this, it's going to be hard. It was for me. Being self-taught was not easy because it's just you. Sure, I had friends help me or other editors help me and point me in the right direction, but I had to do most of the work myself. And I'm going to say this, but 90% of you are going to fail and not become an editor because you just won't put in the work. But that 10% who does will be very successful. Recently, while working for my game studio, I have started a gaming channel and I'm working on that behind the scenes right now. So you'll see that as the footage. I chose anime at the time to edit because it was just what I was into. I watched I started watching anime at the time, and that's what I wanted to make edits about. And it was fun. I will be editing for around 3 years now in January. Because I started like January 3rd, I think, in 2023 or 4. I did change my YouTube channel from tutorials to one where I can just talk about editing and give advice if you want to listen. So if you like editing and you want to become an editor, just subscribe because I'm going to post more videos like this. I know this is just a yapping session, but I learned from my friend Fushi. He's very good at yapping. But well, I think I'm done for rambling on right now. If you want to subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, if you're just getting into editing, drop some questions and I'll answer them. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you later.